Let me ask you a question, family. Are you a member of the Tiger's Nest subscription team? If the answer is no, well, you are really missing out. First of all, the Tiger's Nest subscription is only $25 a month. And you will receive, listen to this, each and every episode of our nightly radio program, The Tiger's Nest, information, inspiration, and a lot more. In addition to this, advanced subscription will give you a copy of all of our video documentaries, whether they be full length or short, to include A Penny Neck, The Night of the Black Tiger, and the Santa Claus Massacre, just to name a few, all for free. You will also receive every new upcoming video documentary, again, whether it be full length or short, for only $25 per month as a subscriber to the Tiger's Nest. But wait, there is more, much more. All books written by myself, Honorable Priest Isaac, will be given for free to all subscribers, including our upcoming books. All of our subscribers will have free access to all of our special events, lectures, webinars, and conferences that are valued $100 or less. And this access again will be for free. Plus, all of our one-time payment courses, for example, Ancient Astronomy and the Evolution Motivational Business course, will be for half price to all our Tiger's Nest subscribers. Wow! All of this and more for a subscription of only $25 per month. Now listen to this. You could also get a 6-month or an annual subscription plan, which will be much more economical. Family, this is it. For more information, in fact, to sign up and become a subscriber, visit our website, priestisaacInstitute.com, or just send me an email, priestisaacInstitute@gmail.com, and become a subscriber to the Tiger's Nest. Never miss another episode again, plus much, much, much more. Blessed love. Have you heard of Archaeoastronomy? I am the Honorable Priest Isaac, and I am certified in the field of Archaeoastronomy. Do you want to learn Archaeoastronomy? Well, book your ticket today and join me in the Caribbean in the island of Antigua for 9 days and nights, 7 of which will be in the classroom studying and in the field researching on Green Castle Hill, Mount Anu, the Stonehenge of the Caribbean. This is a studycation. You will visit the beach, experience the Rastafari camps, yoga, vegan food, and much more. For more information, visit priestisaacInstitute.com or email us at priestisaacInstitute@gmail.com.
It's the Tigers Temple. It's definitely growing in momentum. This Sunday, I'm looking for a pack house. I'm telling you straight. Might have to upgrade the Zoom platform for that. I'm looking for a pack house because we're going to have a wonderful discussion. The whole Kushite television crew will be here. And definitely, I'm looking also to have my good brother, Rasai Adonis, with me as well for that discussion. So it's going to be a heavy panel, and we're going to be speaking all things biblical. Make sure you are in the house. And of course, you know how to get your pass for the Tigers Temple. If you didn't know, that's not going to be on YouTube. You got to contact us, email us, priestisaacInstitute@gmail.com. You know how to do that. And for sure, we'll be definitely just giving you your link so you can get into the Tigers Temple. Now, in previous evening, as I said, we were speaking about the terracotta statues, etc., ancient China, etc. We are looking at archaeoastronomy, and its connection to the ancient Oriental world. But of course, the lecture was almost an hour and a half, but for sure, no, almost 2 hours we went as it relates to the lecture itself. But for sure, I'm just going to give you a snippet of it here. Let's go. In fact, many pictures you would look at and you see the Great Pyramid or the Great Pyramids. What is this one here over here at the end? But the one in the middle, the one for Khafra, the Pyramid of Khafra, the Merkut of Khafra, was built on a higher plateau. So it just gives this impression that it's the Great Pyramid. In fact, this pyramid, if you look at it good with this indenture here, this picture has been used for the Great Pyramid many times. It is a great pyramid. In fact, these are the two pyramids. You don't hear one speak that much about them, but they themselves were built in with many different connections with the heavens, just like the Great Pyramid. All right, fair enough. So again, I'm just giving you a good outlook. So during the time of the winter solstice, when you're at the Great Pyramid specifically, you would see the sun setting just to the side here of Menkara, what would be your left. And then now you have the spring equinox. So this is the winter solstice. Then you have the spring equinox. And during the spring equinox, you would see the sun setting between the pyramid of Menkara and Khafra, you know. And this is from specifically, from the area where you see the Hermaket, the Sphinx, etc. Then now you would observe during the summer solstice, you see where the sun is setting here between Khafra and Khufu. And again, all of this was designed, for this impression to give this sort of outlook, especially looking, you can see the Hermaket here, and there's specific temples that align. And when you go to these specific temples, specifically the one of Khafra, you get this exact rendition that I'm showing you. The winter solstice, the sun appears to be setting just left of Menkara. Spring equinox, the sun appears to be setting between Khafra and Menkara. And then the summer solstice, you see the sun going down there between Khufu and Khafra. And that is how they were designed, all to connect itself with the astronomical movements of the heavens. So you see a more realistic lifelike rendition of that. So again, yes, one may consider that simple, but in ancient times, we would refer to this as the Aket. The Aket basically represents the sun going down between two mountains. This is important, eh? We would refer to this as the Aket. That's why we have the ancient symbol of the Aket, and the Aket between the Aket lions. So this is the sun going down between two mountains. So obviously the pyramid, the Merkut or Merkute, they represent mountains. That is why the pyramids in North America and the pyramids in China and some in Japan are mountains today, because they are stone structures, but the vegetation and soil have come over them, and trees and forests, all of that. But there are many, many pyramids in China that look like mountains with trees, pine trees sticking out of them, and we will show you all of that this evening. But these pyramids again represent mountains and other things, obviously, and of course the pyramid generates a lot of electricity as well. Okay, very good. So the Aket is the sun on the horizon between the mountains, and there you see it there. So this is an ancient symbol which the ancient ones would always try to replay. All right. Now, what I'm going to show you here now, when you observe this here, we are looking at, we are looking at Yes, the same pyramids now, the Great Pyramids. And we all know that the pyramids align with the belt of Orion in the way that they were created. But let us look at the geometry here. I hope you're following me, my family. The way that the pyramid is set, now the first and the second would appear to align perfectly, and the third one would have been off just a bit. See it here? The first, Khufu, Khafra, perfectly aligned, and the third one would be off just a bit. All right. But yet still, when you draw a line from the edge of each of these pyramids, a straight line, you see them here? A straight line, it is set in a way, because if this little pyramid of Menkaure was aligned perfectly with the pyramid here of Khufu and Khafra, the bigger ones, if it was aligned perfectly with them, you would not be able to draw that line from the edge, from the corner of that pyramid and the other two pyramids. It would not work. So when they designed this, follow me in the family, please. When they designed the three pyramids and they put them in their position, yes, they align with the Orion's belt constellation. And yes, they represent the first, the creational number of 3. Yes, when you start to draw, you can go continue with the rhythm of these pyramids and get the golden spiral. So this is deep. So obviously the same thing with Orion. So if it was not set like this, with all of that mathematics, you would not be able to draw that straight line. All right. But where's that straight line going? So if you look here, this is a Google Outlook, the Google map outlook of ancient Kemet. And we are looking at Giza. It's on the Giza Plateau where the pyramids are built. Follow this, family. When you draw a line from the pyramids, not just a line from the pyramids. Number one, you have to line up the pyramids. And then you continue with that line. It goes all the way across the river, straight to the city of Heliopolis. Now, family, that is serious. Them is real science. And the thing is, now, I mean, you see, that's what knowledge does. Because if you do not understand, and I'm sure most of you have an understanding, but if you do not understand the importance of even the Great Pyramid and the importance of its architecture, well, this may seem like you're just connecting the dots. Like, man, I can do that. Who can draw a line? And no, man, no, hold on. You got to keep in mind, right? You see, we're talking about ley lines too. You know, the pyramid of Giza was built in or on the center of the planet. Yeah, on the center, not in the center, but on the center of the earth as such, landmass. Meaning that the longest latitude, or the latitude, pardon me, that has the most landmass, pardon me. The latitude that has the most landmass and the longitude that has the most landmass, where they meet is where the pyramid of Giza is. So you run a latitude line, that would be 30 degrees. Both of them is 30. Between 30 and 31 degrees, latitude and longitude. When you run a line, so it'd be 30 degrees north. When you run a line across the earth, 30 degrees, of all the latitude lines and longitude. Longitude is easy to remember. Long is north to south, long, you know, like tall. Longitude, that's how I remember that from school, eh? Longitude and latitude. Yes. So the latitude that the pyramid is on, when you observe it, it has more landmass than the latitude, than any other latitude. And the same thing with the longitude. Scientists has discovered that the curvature of the pyramid, or let me, before I go there. So that means with the latitude and longitude, it's on the center of the earth. The perfect spot. There's no other spot like the spot that the Great Pyramid was built on. Not the pyramids, you know, the great one now specifically. They say when the Great Pyramid, the curvature of its side, in its perfection, the curvature of its side is the exact curvature of the earth. That is something else. The curvature of its side is the exact curvature of the earth. I think we all know by now there's so many different dimensions of the pyramid that gives us, you know, a lot of the knowledge we have today. For example, the distance of planet Earth from the sun, 93 million miles, can be seen in the pyramid. That's why many ones that, you know, even the pyramid alone, you know, the pyramid alone gives the flat earth theory a serious run for its money. The pyramid alone. Because within the pyramid, you know, you have the distance of the sun, from the sun to the earth, the distance of the moon, from the moon to the earth, when it's at its most distance and when it's at its closest point, within the whole pyramid structure, and so many other things that are astronomically aligned and perfect in all ways. So the pyramid, and you got to keep in mind that the pyramid is just a little 2x4 house. Of course not. The pyramid, up to now, is still the largest structure and monument. I mean, those of us that look at the pyramid on TV and magazine and video, when you go there, you're wondering if it's Mount Everest you're looking at. Okay? And you're still at the hotel. You don't even leave. Don't even know how much miles you still have to go before you reach to the pyramid. It's gigantic. Massive. Like, wow. 2.5 million blocks, weighing between 10 and 100 tons each. And for you to stack all of that in such perfection that the little tube tunnels that you have in it aligning with key stars, Orion and Sirius and Pleiades, seven sisters, and Polaris, the center of the heavens, the seat of Anpu, Kenteamente. For that big monument to be doing all of that stuff there, that's something else. It's not like a little crystal palace or some little castle that we build, and, you know, so we have enough time to do big stuff, the biggest thing on earth. The things that are taller than the pyramid, which are very few, they don't nearly have the mass of it. Anything that's taller than the pyramid, what do they have taller than the pyramid? The Sears Tower, I believe, and the Empire State Building. You could take 500 of those each and just crumple them and stuff them in the pyramid and have room for 500 more, for sure. Do you know a highway? You can take a highway running from the East Coast to the West Coast of the United States and just wrap it up and fit it in the pyramid with space to hold. So that's to show how big it is, and yet still so precise. Even the temperature inside of specific chambers, they say, is the perfect temperature for man to live by. I mean, the sound the pyramid gives, whether you hear it or not, is the is the So I'm saying that to say now, when we go back and we understand now, this is just one of the many highlights of the pyramid. This is something most of you may not have ever even known, but this is just one of the many mystics of the pyramid. You draw a line at the edge and go straight, jump across the River Nile, you run into Heliopolis. And now again, one may say, so what is Heliopolis? Now, Heliopolis now is the city of the priest. Heliopolis is Sun City. And of course, there's a specific connection with Heliopolis and myself. Of course, you know, there's a love with the whole aspect of Anu, ancient and modern. Now, for those who don't know, I have written a book entitled Anu, Ancient and Modern, and I'm sure most of you know. And Anu, of course, these are the megaliths I was speaking to you of earlier. And Anu specifically is a book that speaks of the spirit of the island of Antigua. And of course, within the book Anu, I highlight the connection as it relates to Heliopolis and this island of Antigua. Let me just give a moment. Now, here you have Heliopolis again. Now, what it is really is that the island, let me make sure I'm sharing this properly. Okay, good. The island of Antigua, and I know some of you have this book, and if you don't have the book, this is a good time for you to get a copy of this book, which is Anu, Ancient and Modern. And it goes obviously into Greencastle Hill. Basically, I've written this book years ago, but I have revised it and put it in e-form. So, you know, new pictures and added a few other details. So basically, the whole Anu vibration is like a mystery unraveled. This is just one of the mysteries that we would have dug into and have unraveled over the period of history and time, basically. And the connection we made with Antigua, first of all, you understand how we consider the mystics of Greencastle Hill. That's first of all. You see, Antigua is a term that means ancient. When Columbus came around here, he named it Santa Maria de la Antigua, which is considered one of the oldest churches in Spain. He never set foot on the land. Now, the history of the land is that the land was not a place of residence as such. Those who resided here were basically those who, you know, of the, you know, the what you would consider the spiritual army as such, the priests and those that deal with the ancient order. And this is our historians, our griots that tell us this. So it's obvious now with all of these rocks, again, many of you may not have come to Antigua to see, but for all of these megaliths here, see them here, this is the ancient phallic stone. This is the phallic stone. These megaliths here protrude out of the earth. These little rocks you're looking at, they're running deep down from the earth. In the next 10,000 years, this here might be somewhere here. Yeah, I'm serious, because they are alive. It's a living thing. This is not no guessing. This is not no belief. I mean, this is not I wonder if. This is just reality. So this is mystic in Antigua. It's something to look at. So after understanding this, we have a living megalithic site, because it goes all over here. You're watching this picture, it's all behind here. It's not no one stone. It's countless of megaliths protruding out of the earth. If you look at the background, you can see these mountains here, what they look like to you. These mountains here, obviously, they look very much like the Great Pyramids of Giza. You see them here, look like the Pyramid of Giza mountains, the pyramids of Giza. All right, I want you to listen to me good. So we have aligned Antigua with the city of Heliopolis, meaning that it's just something I looked into, and this was in the early days of my study. It's just an innocent observation. innocent observation. I observe. Now, nobody can deny this observation. I observe that the River Nile, in relation to the Caribbean island chain, and the River Nile in Egypt specifically. So, interestingly, where you have the borderline going into Nubia, because the River Nile goes, of course, further, or coming from further up the south, but at that border to basically by Heliopolis, when you compare the River Nile to the Caribbean island chain, it has a specific similarity. Now, I was just noticing that this is just a notice that Antigua being on the northeastern section of the River Nile. And keep in mind, the Caribbean island chain, keep in mind this alignment is like what I was saying earlier, family. The heavens, the Milky Way. The Milky Way aligns with the River Nile. I've been hearing that from a long time since I studied, and some of our scholars would say that, until I come across that in a magazine where cosmonauts from NASA was saying that the River Nile and its flow is similar to the Milky Way when you observe it, specifically this dark spot running through here. But we've been saying that for a long time, not we, me, I mean, those of us, the scholars. So I'm just showing you, family, in the same way that the Milky Way aligns with the River Nile to some degree. And in the same way, you can look at South America and fit it into Africa, because there's no spookism. There's not no fanciful thing we're making up. We're just showing you how the earth is alive. So in the same way, from my observation, I saw a similarity with the Nile, the Caribbean island chain, and where Antigua is, which is at the northeastern section, is basically where Heliopolis is. Okay, fair enough. Now, that's just real. Okay. But interestingly now, Antigua, as I said, was named after a church, Santa Maria de la Antigua. And the history of it is referred to as the island of the priests. Not we making up here. The Heliopolis, of course, in Kemet, is the city of the priests. This is where the priests would come and get initiated, etc. Now, interesting again, Antigua itself, is also known as Sun City. You would have seen a moment ago. You see, we have the sun in the flag here, Sun City, and the sun in the flag is a very unique thing. You go up and down the Caribbean island chain, see too much countries with the sun in the flag, basically. So, and then if you look at the sun disk of Heliopolis, you have the sun there again. Heliopolis in Greek is city of the sun, Sun City. Antigua is called Sun City. The both of them are seen as the city of the priests. Okay, very good. Interesting, eh? Of all the obelisks that were in Heliopolis, there's only one obelisk they say remaining just standing there in the city, which to me is very symbolic of the one obelisk that we have here, pardon me, very symbolic of the one obelisk, which is the phallic stone, the one obelisk specifically, the phallic stone that we have here in Greencastle Hill. So Heliopolis now, again, there were 365 temples towards the veneration of the sun, the god Ra. These are temples of Sekhmet. And there are 365 beaches here in Antigua, which really highlights the connection with the cycle of the sun. 365, of course, 365 is the amount of days in the year. Now, the thing is that the name Heliopolis, yes, pardon me for that. Yes, so I was saying now, not holding no breaks at all. The name Heliopolis, that's how we do it, and non-stop. The name Heliopolis is a name that was given to the place by the Greeks. The real name is on the city of the god Anu. So Heliopolis' name is Anu. And interestingly, the island of Antigua, its port abbreviation is ANU. What the port abbreviation is, family, of course, different islands, different places, countries in general have their port abbreviation. So you would have St. Lucia's SLU, you would have St. Kitts is SKB, you have Jamaica is KIN, and you have Antigua is ANU. That is our port abbreviation, ANU. That's it. Interestingly, the port abbreviation of Antigua, ANU, is the original name of Heliopolis, ANU. And Heliopolis, which is ANU, is the city of the sun. And Antigua, which is ANU, is the sun city. And Heliopolis, which is ANU, is the city of the priest. And Antigua, which is ANU, is the island of the priest. The two of them, look at the chain of islands and look at the Nile. The two of them is on the northeastern section. 365 temples, 365 beaches. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, good. Now, I'm just showing you mystically, follow me good, that when you observe the pyramids, when you draw the line from the pyramids, they go all the way to Heliopolis. All right. And again, when you are at the top of the mountain at Heliopolis or Anu, you observe the same pyramids here. Look them there. The background. So in the same way, you have the pyramids in the background, which have a lot of alignment with Green Castle Hill. That this is not Green Castle, this is miles away. It just looked like a stone throw. These mountains are miles away, and they're not as close to each other as they seem on this picture. But from Green Castle Hill, it gives you this look as if you're in Kemet, and there's a step pyramid over here, I'm telling you, which now is showing you, in another form, the alignment of the same three pyramids. Look them here. And when you draw the line at the edge, they go straight to where? To Anu, or Heliopolis, or the city of the sun. All right. So if you don't have the book Anu, family, I would definitely encourage you to get the book Anu. You know what to do. Just visit the website and make your order right there. And I would encourage you as well to definitely look into that book Anu, Ancient and Modern. And
have you heard of Archaeoastronomy? I am the Honorable Priest Isaac, and I am certified in the field of Archaeoastronomy. Do you want to learn Archaeoastronomy? Well, book your ticket today and join me in the Caribbean in the island of Antigua for 9 days and nights, 7 of which will be in the classroom studying and in the field researching on Green Castle Hill, Mount Anu, the Stonehenge of the Caribbean. This is a studycation. You will visit the beach, experience the Rastafari camps, yoga, vegan food, and much more. For more information, visit priestisaacinstitute.com or email us at priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Royal family, are you an entrepreneur? Are you a business owner, employer, employee, manager, owner of the business, or you're just an individual who desires to double your income, motivate your staff, follow up efficiently, or close sales effectively? Well, I have an offer for you. Join us on Thursday, the 29th of February for our online Evolution Motivational Workshop. Learn how to get yourself, your business partners, and your staff motivated and keep them motivated, guaranteed. Learn how to increase your cash flow no matter what type of business you are involved in, which will obviously raise the standard of living. Facts. To register yourself or your team for free, visit the website priestisaacinstitute.com or email us priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Our online evolution motivational workshop. I will see you there.